Hello and welcome from Martin Ice Arena as the Chippewas are taking the ice for warm-ups. The refs have just brought in the goals and the teams are taking the ice. We're going to have a brief warm-up period and then we will get into the action. Just a reminder, tomorrow is going to be our senior night here for the Chippewas. We will have a little bit more to do before the game actually starts. And just like normal, we'll have pregame warm-ups, and those will start at 11:30 tomorrow morning. Here comes Northern Illinois, who we are playing today in the dark black. Then your Chippewas are in white. We'll be back in about 15-20 minutes for national anthem and lineups. See you then. Alrighty, folks. Players are starting to head back into the locker room, finishing up with their few final shots, gathering the pucks in the net so we can get the Zamboni out and start redoing the ice to begin this game. Clock says 15 minutes, 16 minutes approximately until we have that first puck drop to start the day and this game off. Just a reminder, this is a doubleheader this weekend. We have tonight's game, then we have tomorrow as senior night. That's going to be kicking off early in the morning, right before the afternoon slot of the day. So if you want to check in, make sure you do. We'll be celebrating our seniors in their final game here at Martin. We'll be back once the Zamboni's done, the ice is cleaned, and they begin lines. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got just under 6 minutes left on the clock before this game starts. We're going to do a quick little recap as to what's been going on recently for your Central Michigan D3 club hockey team. Initially, for the first weekend of gameplay after we came back from break, we played Lawrence Tech on Saturday the 24th at Lawrence Tech. That game stayed close until that final period where things started breaking away, and we ended up with a loss. That second game of the weekend that was supposed to be at 1 o'clock on the 25th here at Martin was canceled due to weather. We then go to the next week, which is last weekend, where the club team played Loyola Chicago in a doubleheader here at Martin. Both games to be played that weekend came out with wins. The first win was a 4-0 victory that Friday afternoon, and then when we got to Saturday was when things really started to take off. The Chippewas came out with a stellar first period, scoring multiple goals, followed it up with an amazing middle period, and then that final period just broke away with everything to win 8-0 against Loyola Chicago. We had back-to-back shutouts for the first time in program history between our two goalies, Caleb Woolery and Isaac Lessonier. Great job by both of them. We now come into this weekend playing Northern Illinois twice at home, another doubleheader. This time it's for the seniors. This weekend is for the seniors. Last couple games with the team. Tomorrow is going to be the official senior night in which we will have a little program before the start of the game. Today is Sam Kamara's 100th game as a Chippewa playing hockey here at this D3 level as the 16th player in Central Michigan club hockey history to reach that benchmark. Multiple of his teammates have reached it within the past couple of games as well. We now have a game next week away on the 13th, which is Friday, and then Valentine's Day, we have a makeup game against Lawrence Tech. Now, in this part of the season, we are looking for wins and blowout wins at that, looking to score as many points as possible and give up as few as possible, looking to try to secure a good slot for the postseason. We have about 2.5 minutes left on this clock before the game. The teams are getting ready to come out onto the ice in a few moments. Then we'll do lineups. We're just waiting on the Zamboni to be taken off and the goals to be moved back into position. Then we'll get the teams out on the ice, announce starting lineups, and get this game underway. Here come the refs, and here come the teams. Northern Illinois is taking their bench. Central Michigan getting up on the ice here at center of the rink. Key things to think about for this game that went well last week was taking their time and setting up shots for Central Michigan. They did a great job and working as a team, not necessarily putting so much power on at a time, but taking time, getting good position on the puck, and then tipping them in for the goal. All right, starting lineups for your Chippewas today include Andrew Miller in the back, Grimes as well, Jace Johnson getting the start, Levine, and Brennan Morgan. Your goalie today is going to be Caleb Woolery. We're now getting into the national anthem. All right, players are getting their helmets back on. Refs are getting ready in position. This game will be underway momentarily. 20 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes of action, then a break, then we're right back at it. Opening face-off will be taken by Levine and number 8 from Northern Illinois. Northern Illinois with the win on the face-off. Gonna pass it around. Couple of hits early, intercepting that. Puck going off the wall. Down. Miller taking, looking, surveying, flicks it off the backboards. Round it goes. Try to center the pass. Gets intercepted by Central. Up into the net. And here we are already with a line change for Central Michigan, bringing in their second round of players. Here we are, Northern Illinois winning again on that face-off. Central being aggressive, coming. Connor Morgan, take, look, shoots. And that's a goal. Never mind, they called it off. They waved it off. It looked like it from one angle. The ref was signaling for it. Other ref waved it off. Puck bounced right into the goalie's chest. Had a chance for a putback shot. Like I said, goalie waved it off. Not goalie, ref waved it off. Going to be no goal. Goalie taking his time getting reset. And here we go. Face off. Kept in zone. Great job by Central Michigan. Here they go. Hot take. Long shot. Shot by Morgan. This time, Connor Morgan. Once again, straight into the stomach of the goalie. Siraki, the senior, taking the face off. Win. Cross the ice, trying to keep it in. Does. Passes off the boards. Tries to center it right in front of the goal. Gets interrupted. Tries once again, looking. Here it comes. Back to the middle of the ice. Up off the boards. Tipped. Trying. Looks. Shot. Up in the air. Offside. Here comes Central taking. Passing it up. Kuhn flicks. Line change. Incoming. Staying aggressive. Northern Illinois trying to take advantage. Flick to the middle. Central Michigan takes it. Up. Puck gets chipped into the bench. Central Michigan winning the faceoff, taking, passing back up. Michael Knight could not quite contain that pass. Lost it. Tries to tip it in. Foster. Staying aggressive. Bats it. Northern Illinois gets it. Looking for an attempt. Hutton getting in there. Playing aggressive. Disrupting. Here comes the pass. Once again. Off the board. Up. Down the ice. We're going to call icing there. Puck passed up to the top. Long. Gets flicked up. Hits the back. Nice check there. Sexton looks. Tipped. Woolery tries to get it. Fighting for it. And they're going to call that a goal, Northern Illinois. We can really hear the crowd getting into it, the few fans that came all the way from Northern Illinois to support. And they are excited about that one. Here comes Brendan Morgan. Long shot. Gets back. He gets it. Shot goes off again. Fighting for it. Surveying. Levine gets hit. Down on the boards. Around. Following around the back. The goal. And goal gets moved there. Stoppage of play. Woolery was down. Probably smart move by him just to extend his foot there, kick the puck out just a little bit. Could not control that. Pass back. Levine has. Tries. Over. Grimes fighting. Levine going to the bench. Looked like he was going for it there for a second. Jace Johnson eating some hits there. Puck gets flicked up. Central bring in some new skaters. Puck goes into the back. Number 88 on Northern Illinois. Reset. Looking over. Flicking up. Down the ice. Skating for it. Great job there not to let it get called an icing. And here comes a chance shot. Got deflected off the shin. Here we go. Other way. Defense. Trying to control. Slow down. Long pass across the ice over. Tries to set it back towards the middle. Does not quite work. To the middle. Kicked. Hutton to Morgan. Morgan forward. Line change. Here comes Northern Illinois trying to catch us sleeping. Siraki, great job getting in there. Can't quite connect on the pass. Here comes Kuhn. Kuhn gets checked into the wall. Puck goes across. Siraki bodying. Back the other way. Puck flicked forward. Into the ref. Long shot by Grindelow. Grindelow, Siraki. Siraki into the board. Siraki taking it around. Takes second. Passes. Grindelow, long shot. Straight into this defender. Puck up in the air. Can't control. Kuhn forward. Hutton with the puck. Controlling. Passing forward. Garbalinski. Over to Kuhn. Can't quite control it. Looking for Knight. Knight getting bodied on the wall. Puck gets flicked forward. Martinsky taking, looking, surveying. Shoots into the edge of the net. Foster coming in to poke. Staying, waiting, looking, surveying. Foster takes it. Long pass to the goal. Gives them a second to reset. We'll see what happens next. Quick stoppage after that face-off goes straight to the goalie. This time Northern Illinois wins, takes, passes around behind the goal, flicks up off the boards. Miller to Knight. Knight takes, passes to Martinsky. Martinsky taking, looking, surveying, back around. Tries to pass over to Knight once again. Knight flicks to the middle. Long shot looking to have the screen set by Foster. Doesn't quite work. Once again, Long gets a change in. And here comes the puck down the ice. Northern Illinois also doing a bit of a line change. Set up. Brennan Morgan taking. Speed. Does not quite control it. Does Jace Johnson. Had an opportunity there. Puck batted down by Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan being in there disruptive. Jace Johnson has an opportunity. Tries to pass it right in front. Cuthbertson over. Johnson. Johnson. Long shot. Straight into the stomach of the goalie. He smothers it up. All right. Down and there's puck drop. Johnson had a chance at it, let it go. Long shot, chop down. Being aggressive in there, getting in there, off the wall, back. 38 passes. Up off the wall, down. Once again, 38 with it, passes forward to number 3. Number 3 can't quite control it. Cuthbertson takes it, flicks it forward. Hop getting in there, playing defense. Following along. Flicks it forward. Bishop, Connor Morgan. Connor Morgan with a hit. Passing back. Taking, resetting. Giving a second to run the play. Connor Morgan flicks forward. Up. Has a chance. And a long shot right into the defense. Line corner. Grinlow passes forward again. Bishop had Connor Morgan. Did not connect on that. Had an opportunity. Great aggression there. Pop takes, has a second. Goes around, uses the ref as a defenseman. Trying. Does a great job. Surveys. Takes a second. Flicks forward to the incoming man. Great shot attempt. Had an opportunity. Goalie got in. Bounced right off him. Miller up. Forward. Siraki taking, looking for it. Puts a body on a man. Kuhn does the same. Fighting on the boards. Taking, pass out. Stop. Long shot. Tries to use the 3-man screen, but instead sends it into his own teammates. Good shoulder check by Siraki into the defenseman, trying to disrupt that. Getting in, Siraki playing defense, playing man, and here comes puck up. Freeman not able to control it to the middle. 1-on-1. Shot goes wide. Might have been tipped by the goalie. Defense needs to be aware of the incoming man on those changes. Running the same play that they did. Man got pushed into the ref. Long shot, Martinsky gets tipped just over the goal. Long again, goes wide. Knight taking, doesn't get the puck. Foster outskates, flicks back, unfortunately, to Northern Illinois. Nice skate pass. Knight passing, middle, goes behind. Puck up in the air. Foster trying to evade a hit. Coming. Interception, Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan takes, looks, has an opportunity. Shot, goal! Great job by Brendan Morgan intercepting that, making a fancy move, getting it into the open spot. That is a goal, Central Michigan. This game is going to be tied up 1-1 with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in this first period. Brendan getting his high fives. his congratulations that are well deserved on a play like that. Morgan's going to stay in for this. Levine taking the face off. Quick, Jace Johnson has an opportunity, skating down, gets poked out. He's looking for it. Wide open. Johnson looking. Tries. Hutton's going to flick it over. Pass. Not intercepted, but deflected off of the skate. Northern Illinois long shot. Got tipped, had a chance there, but saved by the goalie. Able to just tip it away. Hutton takes behind the goal. Give it a second. Up to Brennan Morgan. Brennan Morgan takes. Passing. Off the wall. Johnson. Johnson takes. Looks. Going around the goal. Back. Long shot into the stomach of the goalie. Looking to get it tipped. Just a little bit too high. Goalie was able to slide over and make a play on it. Able to track it. Brendan Morgan goes out. Connor Morgan comes in. And your next line, Miller had an opportunity for a shot there. Gets deflected. Puck gets left on that side wall. Connor Morgan looking to play defense. Miller playing long shot. Flicked up overhead. Miller takes up to Connor Morgan. Connor Morgan flicks forward. Off the back wall. Goalie's going to just bring that in. Stoppage of play. We're going to have a face-off coming. Bishop with the face-off. Puck on that back wall, playing aggressive. Connor Morgan pushes him into the wall. Miller has the puck, takes, passes, tries to chip over. And down goes Noble. Saved by the goalie, deflected off the leg pads. Here comes Hop down. Had Connor over the middle. Didn't quite get it. Grimes on the far side, going to take control. Goal! That's in. Berta. Goal by Berta. Just got it in right on the side of the goalie. Goalie just elbows it in to the goal. Berta is wearing number 9. It does not say Berta on the back of that jersey. So Rocky puts a shoulder into the Northern Illinois defenseman. Cuthbertson eats one to the throat. Scrum for the puck. Behind. Kuhn comes out with it. Tries to pass over to Siraki over the middle. Gets deflected off by Northern Illinois. Chance for it. Tries to pass it over the middle. Goalie gets on top of it and kicks it out. After the whistle is blown, face-off incoming. Foster taking your face-off here. Northern Illinois wins it, but Cuthbertson has it, flicks it around. Foster takes behind the goal, passes up to Knight. Knight looked to shoot, went a little wide. Cuthbertson sends it around the boards. Nice back pass between the legs, long shot. straight into the shoulder of the goalie, gets bounced off. Central Michigan retains possession, takes another shot right into the back of the defenseman. Puck is going to go down this way now. Has an opportunity. Ref is going to stop play after that as the goal moves. Foster up. Playing physical now. Brendan Morgan once again intercepts the pass. Stoppage of play. Once again. Passed up. Johnson. Tried a few too many moves. Lost it. Brendan Morgan couldn't quite control it. Puck comes up off the wall. Right into the ref. Great stick work by Levine trying to get that away. Comes, loops around. Gets tripped up. And number 67 from Northern Illinois knows it. Levine with the face-off. Doesn't quite get controlled by Central Michigan, though. However, they have it now. Possessing, working. Puck comes loose after that. Saved by Woolery. Right into that top shoulder. Then he comes out, smothers it. Great way to stop play. Get in your new line. Some fresh skates. A little more defensive presence now. Long shot gets 8 by Hop. Another shot goes high. Fighting against the boards for the puck. Puck flicked out. Up. Here comes Hop. Hop surveys, passes forward. Connor Morgan trying to get in there. Stick work. Miller takes. Passes forward. Long. Here comes Hop. Hop has it. Comes back around. Passing. Could not control it. Had an opportunity there. Puck is on the boards. Passing out. Over to Grimes. Long shot. Caught by the goalie. Just outside anyway. Great play by the goalie. Able to stop play. Not let it bounce off the side of. Not letting the puck bounce behind the goal. Come back on the other side. Where there was a Chippewa waiting to put that back in. Pop with your face off. Flicks behind. Connor Morgan, long shot, looked to use the screen. Unfortunately, did not quite work, bounced off. And here we are. Puck gets taken. Connor Morgan gets his stick hit, loses control. Northern Illinois is coming the other way. Long shot, straight into the stomach. Easy save by Woolery. Once again, some fresh skates coming in. Quick shift for that group, but an effective one at that. Up, around. Takes, possesses. Kuhn deflects in. Long shot, Garbulinski gets it back on the rebound. Comes back around. Couldn't quite get it. Cuthbertson takes, passes over the middle. Kuhn with some extra speed, tries to set it over to Siraki. In the middle, had an opportunity. Here comes Northern Illinois, looking shot. Great defense there, getting in the way, deflecting that. Stop by Woolery. Woolery's going to pass it out to Siraki. Siraki's going to pass it over. Puck comes up off the boards, gets taken by Northern Illinois' number 8. And that's a goal. They pass it straight into the middle, set it right over the leg of Woolery. And this is a tie game with 2 minutes left. Just over 2 minutes left in this first period. It is tied 2-2 here in Martin. Northern Illinois with the puck, passing off the boards, just escapes him. Knight passing forward to Foster. Foster takes long shot, had an opportunity. Knight looking to put it back, does not quite get it. Hutton, long shot. There's an opportunity there. Goalie gets on top of it. A little bit of extra shoving away from the play and after the whistle. And Central is frustrated there. Wanted a call for a cross check, did not get it. Johnson able to get it. Brennan Morgan looks for it. Grendelow passes right at the ref. Ref jumps over it. Johnson taking over. Looks to Hutton. Hutton looks to do a slap shot. Didn't get all of it. Puck behind the net. Gets kicked out. Central Michigan takes behind. Flicks. Fighting on the boards. Where's the puck? Puck is shot straight into the chest of the Central defender. Down the ice it goes. Face-off is going to be down in Central Michigan territory. There's 1 minute and 3 seconds left in this tied first period. Offenses are looking to score quickly here. Defenses are looking to limit opportunities and just survive until the help of that period break comes, where you can reset and communicate with your team as to what needs to be changed. And here they come down Central Michigan. Johnson did not know the pass was coming. Northern Illinois dips off behind, off the chest of Woolery. Bounces the puck. Sidewall. Brendan Morgan looks to flick it forward. Doesn't quite get it. Puck comes off the sidewall again. Here comes Hutton. Hutton flicks forward, and down we go all around the side. Going to go behind. Tries to flick it forward into Levine. Levine takes middle. Looks to shoot. Backhand. Can't get it. Has an opportunity. Does Jace Johnson. Can't quite. And that's going to be period break. There was an opportunity there at the end. Miller had possession of the puck to end this period, had a chance for a shot, but unfortunately, the clock did not work in their favor. Teams are going to their respective locker rooms, and we will have 13 minutes of period break. Your score is tied 2-2, Central Michigan University and Northern Illinois. We will be back after this period break for more action in this close an amazing game. Alrighty, folks, we are back. Here comes the teams. Chippewas taking the ice. Refs moving the goals into position as we are going to get underway in this second period. Just a reminder, the score is 2-2. We are tied after this first period. And it's been a pretty even game so far. There's not been any clear mismatches on either team. It's been great team play, passing the puck around, finding the open man, getting in position, finding and fighting for those second and third opportunity goals. Couple of lucky goals for each team. One gets bounced in off the goalie, and then one just straight up great play for the other goal, and great defense has been going on throughout, despite there being 2 goals apiece. Defense has been doing wonderful, getting in, disrupting, breaking up passes, and assisting the goalie. Offenses have been smooth. We'll see what adjustments were made in that period break as we begin the second period. Levine wins the faceoff. Jace Johnson looked to try to get it. Still fighting for puck in possession. Reminder, while it says Grimes on the jersey, that is Berta in 9. Levine flicks forward. Brendan Morgan gets over. Play defense, and here is Levine. Levine weaving, going through Morgan with a shot high, caught by the goalie. In goal for Northern Illinois is number 1. So far, he's made some athletic plays, being able to move quickly and adjust in air. Got to give the goalie his props, doing a great job. Long pass on the ground, tried to get tipped in, didn't quite work out for Central Michigan there. Connor Morgan can't control on the pass from Bishop. Bishop can get in there anyway. Connor Morgan has an opportunity, tries to flick up to the top corner, just goes a little high. Hop getting in there, kicks it with a skate, flicks out, resetting, long shot. Used Bishop as a screen. Bishop had to hop up, but the goalie able to adjust, catch that puck. And we're going to bring in a line change. Siraki, number 17, is going to be taking your face off here. Flicks back to the defenseman. Defenseman long shot. Tried to use the screen once again, just off the belly of the defenseman. Great job there, flicking away the puck, not allowing for the rebound. Woolery able to smother this time, stop the play. Little extra drawing from number 8 on Northern Illinois, and Lucas Hutton, number 22 of Central Michigan. Might be something we're going to want to watch as this game continues. Been a couple of times already where there's been drawing between the two of them. Northern Illinois chasing their face-off men. Here we go. Kuhn wins the face-off. Puck gets flicked forward. Siraki. Not Siraki. Racing forward. Can't quite get there in time. They're going to call icing. That was Garbolinski. Sorry. Face off one, flicked forward. This time Saraki with the puck down the ice puts a shoulder into a man. And that is why you hit the gym, ladies and gentlemen. Kuhn tried to take it around. Got broken up. Cuthbertson gets in there. Northern Illinois still gets the chance. Flicks it to the middle. Saraki takes it up into the rafters here in the low ceiling of Martin. We're going to have another face-off. Fresh skates coming in for Central Michigan. Miller, Knight, Berta, Foster, Martininski. Foster with the face-off. Wins, flicks it around the boards. Doesn't quite have enough power on it. Martininski has to skate in. Going forward, flicks, Foster. Foster takes, surveys, bounces around to Knight. Knight, long shot. Goes over the head of the goalie. Goalie kicks the net from the post. Stoppage of play. Refs are talking to the goalie. Foster, face off. Win. Martininski takes back, dishes behind. Foster gets in. Can't control. Knight gets stolen from. Puck forward, down. Ref's going to wave off. No icing call. Saying aggressive. Puck goes up, comes back down. Northern Illinois coming. Long shot. Caught by Woolery. After that shot, the Northern Illinois player goes down. Here comes your Chippewas. Takes Brendan Morgan, gets, passes, flicks up the ice. Can't get it with a hand pass. Levine takes, passes over to Johnson. Johnson takes, shoots, goal! Right down off the top of the crossbar. Great job finding the open man. Great pass and great job flicking it up out of the reach of the goalie. And they're going to celebrate there. That was a connection that was electric last weekend, and it looks like it is carrying over into this weekend. Levine wins the faceoff, gets kicked back. Hutton takes, passes off the boards to Johnson. Johnson gets intercepted looking for Levine. Brendan Morgan takes long. Illinois going to dump it back, flick it around the boards, drop behind. Levine gets a stick in, can't quite control it. Northern Illinois is going to flick forward, round the boards. Here comes Jace Johnson. Control, pass to the mid. Deflected. Brendan Morgan over, off the boards. Johnson takes, has speed on him, coming around, looking. Opportunity falls into the goalie. Down, Clements. We're going to have a stoppage of play. Puck is coming back. Face off coming. Flicked back over. Clements looks. Trying to get it to Bishop to deflect in. Bishop just missed it out the air. Winning, Cuthbertson flicks over. Connor Morgan flicks it back. Clements playing defense. Cuthbertson chasing the man. Tries pass over, looking for the slap shot. Doesn't get it, gets flanked over. Connor Morgan takes down the man. Puck goes into the goal. Extra shoving after the play there. Little bit of a scuffle, but no fighting coming. They are going to get Connor Morgan, it looks like, for 2 minutes in the box. That's going to be a power play, Northern Illinois. 5-on-4. Central Michigan going to look to kill this penalty. Northern Illinois, long pass over, skips the man. Great job by Kuhn getting in there. Puck's going to get flicked forward by Hutton. They're going to leave the puck. Kuhn playing man, following, trying to get in those passing lanes. Puck gets passed forward. Northern Illinois takes surveys, dumps back behind. Kuhn in, looking. Puck on the sideline. Comes backhanded pass over. Deflected by Zaraki. Looking forward again. Goes for the middle. Bounces off the stomach of Woolery this time. Was looking for the smother. Great defense by Hutton. Shoves him into the wall. Tries to tip in. Can't get it. This time he can catch it. Great aggression coming from the Chippewas. Not letting up any easy passes. Not letting any drives go in to this goal. They have 51 seconds left to kill in this power play. Pick checks, passing, long shot, bounced off. Knight takes, flicks. Here comes Miller. Miller down with speed, flicks forward. That's hop number 44 getting in there. 10 seconds left. Offsides call. Alrighty, folks. 5 seconds left in the power play. Refs are having a quick little huddle, discussing. Puck goes back. 3, 2, 1, and even. Puck gets flicked up. Here comes Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan takes him out. Made him lose his stick. Down goes the puck. Stopped by Woolery. Brendan Morgan is still slow to get up, get back into play after a hit on the side wall. But he is back in play now. Johnson gets stick in. Woolery able to deflect it with his shoulder up away from the goal. Here comes Levine to play some defense, converging, gets flicked over. Cuthbertson and Clements. Johnson as well. Clements takes up. Leaves Johnson. Johnson with some speed on him. Here he comes down the ice. Look to try to get it up. Here's Hutton. Passing away, allowing for a reset. Puck went off into the bench and deflected back. Face off in neutral territory. Foster wins the face off coming in. Puck goes off the backboard. Marninski pressed up. Northern Illinois gets in there. Puck deflected. Knight fighting, getting in there. Kicks with his skate. Long. Stopped by their goalie. Allows for a line change. Pop with the face-off win. Try to kick forward to Connor Morgan. Puck goes down. They're going to call that. Nice. So far in this period, we've played about 8.5 minutes. Central Michigan has scored 1 goal. And we've seen 1 scuffle. See what comes next. Long shot. Deflected forward. Berta. Over to Miller. Miller takes forward. Down. Long shot. Slap shot. Isn't quite on the mark. Puck up in the air. Back down. Fighting on the boards. Down, around, back, behind. Surveying. Looking for a pass over the middle. Couldn't quite control. Does Hop. Get try number 2. Off the wall. Bishop loses control. 14 for Northern Illinois coming in. Gets deflected by Berta. And here comes Central Michigan Chippewas. Down. Long. Deflected over. Up into the net. Alrighty, folks. 10:46 in this second period. Score is 3-2. Aggression and fast plays on both sides. Looking. Was trying to get it tipped. Didn't get down enough between the legs of the defenseman. Clements passing forward. Cuthbertson up off the wall. Northern Illinois gets in there. Puck in the air. Kicked over Clements. Off the wall. Here we go. Down he goes. Kuhn. Had an opportunity there. Ref blows the whistle. Instead, stoppage of play. We're at the halfway point of this period. Halfway point of this game. And it has been close and entertaining so far. Levine, face off, win. Hutton kicks over. Speed from Northern Illinois. Central Michigan takes flicks. Puck goes down. Brennan Morgan going, getting in there, playing aggressive. A little bit too aggressive there as he accidentally trips the man. He's caught up in the skate. Once again, we have a Morgan in the penalty box. This time the other brother. Once again, Central Michigan is going to have to kill this power play. And it starts with great defense by Foster getting in there. Puck goes down. They're going to stop it behind. Down, puck up. Passed. Foster deflects. Hutton kicks back. Northern Illinois lost his stick. Down the ice. Martinsky gets in. Tries to control for a second. Presses the puck up on the boards. It's a 1v2. Puck comes out. Northern Illinois has the numbers advantage. Central has to get in the passing lanes. Northern kicks back. Other side had an opportunity for it. Woolery gets to the other side. Extracurricular hits. And it's Hutton. Hutton and number 8 from Northern Illinois. We said it earlier. They were getting into it a little bit earlier. It was not the first time. And by the looks of it, it's not going to be the last time that those two are going to get into a bit of a scuffle today. Hutton is also going to the bench. 2 minutes for him. Two minutes for Northern Illinois as well. 4 men on the ice for your Chippewas. 5 on the ice for Northern Illinois. Shot bounced off the pads by Woolery. Puck's behind. Defense is important now. Long, bounced away. Connor Morgan looking to get in there. Pass to the defenseman. Defenseman looking. Bounce off once again. To the stomach. Bounces once again. Can't quite smother it. Was looking for it. Down the ice goes the puck at the goal. Stopped by Northern Illinois' goalie. They're going to settle behind. Couple new skaters for the Chippewas. Down the ice comes the puck. Passing over. Smothered up by Woolery. 4 seconds on that Brennan Morgan penalty left. Then we're back to even. Central wins this. Look for them to control. If Northern Illinois wins, well, we're not going to find out what they'd have to do. In, flicked forward. Puck, middle, down. Back, across this baseline. Over, Siraki coming and chasing. Kuhn takes, flicks behind. Dobrzynski looking. Goes off to the side of the goal. Didn't quite have enough power. Might have been looking for Siraki in the middle there to tip it in. Berta and Miller coming in for the defenseman. Win by Siraki. Long shot. Goes wide. On the boards. Siraki takes. Flicks back. Comes up. Passes. Berta. Doesn't quite secure it. Really going to take flick forward. Down to Siraki. Siraki tips forward. Johnson gets hit into the boards. Puck comes back around. Dish back once again. Both teams getting in. Brendan Morgan coming. Steals. Long shot. Bounces off. And here we go. Levine going in for it. Berta switching back to defense. Taking behind the net. Back. Johnson doesn't control. Long shot. Looks to tip it down. Woolery able to secure it. Penalties must be served because Hutton is back in. Brendan Morgan tips. And there's Hutton coming down the ice. Passes forward. Off to the side. Using speed. Coming back around. Puck gets flicked around the boards. Long shot goes wide. Hutton opportunity gets in. Puck up. Puck down. Levine. Look to skate pass. Shot off the backboard. Goalie covers up. 5:41 in this second period. Stoppage of play. Face off incoming. Foster going to be taking the face off for your Chippewas. Comes Northern Illinois. Intercepted by Clements. Flicks forward. Down. Clements again. Long shot. To the stomach. Looked to get tipped. But Martinsky out of the air. Foster again, your face-off man. Puck down around the boards. Back forward. Can't control. Down we go. Central going to look to control. Pass back behind the goal. Take, pass forward. Martinsky tips forward. Gets snagged out of the air by number 3. Number 3 dishes over. Looks to make a pass. Doesn't work. Good defense by Central. Knight loses the puck. Puck gets flicked down behind the goal. Clement takes. Martinsky uses pass back. Pass over. Up to Knight. Knight bounces off the shin. Back on defense. Long shot. Caught. Four and a half left in this second period. .44 for Central with the face-off. Gets the puck, comes down, passing back to him. Questionable call there. Redemption. Berta takes, flicks forward. Bishop takes man. Flick in. Looks. Hop. Pass back. Flicking over. Berta looking. Up. Down. Puck. Miller. Back. Berta. Over to the middle. Bishop chasing. Tries to get in there. Down goes number 8 for Northern. Bishop again. Long shot. Bounce off the leg pad. Here we go. Up and down. Hutton fighting. Flicks back. forward. Berta. Berta flicks down. Here comes Saraki. Trying to pinch. Hutton. Second. Flicks forward. Off the skate. Off the stick. Kuhn flicks back. Saraki. Long shot. Hutton. Looking for the same thing. Same result off the leg pad of the goalie. Puck to the middle. Woolery out to Saraki. Saraki takes to the middle. Flick forward. Caught by their goalie. 2:45 left to play as teams meet by the goal. Waiting for Northern Illinois to get off the ice. Flick back. Long. Gets deflected. Had an opportunity. Hutton getting in. Playing aggressive on the boards. Puck pinched. Hutton still in there. Out. Kuhn getting in. Looks to dish back. Up the middle. Chance. Not taking. Kuhn again being the focal point here. Tries to flick around to the middle. Had a chance. Both men going in, Hutton and Zaraki. Kuhn with the backhanded attempt almost had it. Hutton, control. Zaraki. Pressed into the boards. Hutton, long shot. Up. Multiple chances at it. Central can't quite get it in. Goalie was out of position. Here we go. Long shot off the back of the defenseman. Zaraki dishes behind. Northern Illinois takes surveying looks, flicks down. Hutton gets down there. They're calling icing. It's coming back the other way. We're going to have the face-off. All right, we're having the face-off. In this close side, Levine, Johnson, Grimes. Quick shot by Johnson. Puck gets off the head of a Northern Illinois defenseman. Berta can't control. Brennan Morgan takes down, speed. Back to Johnson. Johnson long, just wide, had a chance on it. Gets tipped by the goalie anyway. Still, Johnson takes, looking speed. Come back around the other side. Find the open man. Pass to Berta. Berta, chance. Long shot, look to tip it. Does Brendan Morgan, but into the stomach of the goalie. Does it go anyway? We are under a minute left in this second period. Subs coming in. Berta still out there playing a great long shift. Bishop, Hop, Miller, Connor Morgan, his teammates down the ice. Berta in position. Off his skate. Puck flicked down. Here comes up in the air. Connor Morgan had a chance. Back. Another. Puck is still down. Didn't know where it was. It was lost for a moment. Here we go. Looks, bounces off. Tries to flick it forward. Off the stomach. Doesn't work. Getting in, looking to use the screen. Back. Woolery catches. Good save. Good defensive shift. Good communication. Great job not letting up a goal. There is 1.3 seconds left in this period. They need to either win the faceoff or just last long enough. Connor Morgan taking this faceoff. A line of Chippewas. Taking enough time, and that's going to be the end of this period. Your score is going to be 3 for the home team, Chippewas in Martin, 2 for Northern Illinois. Very close game. Only 1 goal scored in this period. Multiple great opportunities from each team to add on to their margins. Unfortunately, they could not quite get it. Great defense has been played in this period. We will be back in about 20 minutes for this final period of this game. Just a reminder, there is going to be another great game tomorrow at 11:30. Tune in beforehand for some special recognition to our seniors. We will be back in a few moments. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they are back on the ice for this third period. It is going to be your Chippewas up 3 to Northern Illinois 2. 20 minutes left to play in this game. Great period. Great saves by the goalie. Great job on offense on both sides. It has been a very even game, as that score can show. Both offenses putting in work, both defenses doing great job to minimize those offenses. We're going to get this third period underway. Reminder, tomorrow there is another game. Recognizing our seniors before the game, we will have a bit of a show, and then we'll get things underway. So try to tune in early tomorrow. Up and down and back around has been this period so far. And that is a goal off the bat by Northern Illinois. Second chance shot right in the middle. Not much can be done there from Mullery's perspective. Like I said, a very even game. We are now tied once again, 3 to 3. Down we go. Connor Morgan looks, side shot, goal! Snuck through! What a way to answer! What a great start to this period. It has not even been 40 seconds, and we have 2 goals. You can hear the excitement coming. Great job, Connor Morgan. Cheers are still echoing out. Hop is going to be your face-off man. Hutton gets in there. Bishop also. Puck passed up, tipped in the air. Hutton. Hutton, Bishop looking, lost the puck. Work by Northern Illinois coming around, surveying, looking for open, passes forward to the side. Long shot kicked up in the air. Along the boards, pass. Into the wall, down goes Northern Illinois. Hop. Taking, coming around, has an open man up top. Off the boards. Looks, passing in. Had a chance on it. Back. Up, hop, chance. Another. Off again. Multiple shot opportunities there by Hop. Great saves by Northern Illinois' goalie getting in place. Connor Morgan puts a man into his own bench. Puck around the boards. Woolery needs to take. Gets tipped. Hutton playing. Woolery tips forward to Siraki. Siraki coming down. Not the fastest, but a very physical man. Puck on the ground, kicked off the pack of Siraki. Kuhn looking, surveying. Just a little bit ahead of him. Couldn't quite get that last hit on the puck to try to put it in play for a goal. Goalie able to smother it. Foster going to be your face-off man. Win by Northern Illinois. Lost his stick. Knight playing defense. Martinsky takes, surveys, into the middle, stopped by the goalie. Almost lost it for a second. Foster, face off. Knight being told to back off. Now, Foster gets in there. Off the wall. Here comes Martinsky. Can't quite get it. Foster chasing. Miller serving. It's in the way. Berta coming, attacking. Flicked forward. Puck goes behind the net. Kicked around the boards. Knight. Off. Down. Chasing. Getting out. Kicked forward. Puck up. Air caught. Dropped. Here they come. Poked out, stick on the ground. Ref takes, hands it to the bench. Deflected up into the net above the goal. Good defensive shift there. Getting back. In comes Levine, Johnson, and Morgan, your starting three forwards. Brendan Morgan. Levine to Morgan. Off the skate. Morgan getting in. Takes it. Passes. Doesn't get there in time. Cuthbertson spins back on defense. Cutting off passing lanes. Long shot bounced off. Here we go. Jace Johnson, speed. Coming in between, surveying, tries to pass forward, comes back around, looks for the Michigan, doesn't get it. Puck down. Reset for Central Michigan. Forward, off the boards, Brendan Morgan. Here we go. Defense for Central Michigan. Cuthbertson getting pushed into the wall. Brendan Morgan cutting off the passing lane. Puck goes down and round. Johnson. Puck on the boards, behind, playing defensively. Gets in there. Good job. Brendan Morgan takes, flicks, back, looks up, off the back of Johnson. Hop, gets in, kicks it over, down the ice. Willery's going to leave it. Defenseman takes, flicks back to the other one. Off the stick of Northern Illinois, down Morgan. Counter this time coming around the boards. Speed. Hop takes, flicks off. Chance. Bishop. Looked for the second chance, didn't quite get it. Almost had it the first time anyway. On the boards, they're grabbing him, they're shoving. And Bishop is going to the box. Takes the helmet off the opponent. Can't be doing that. Refs talking. Two minutes. Number 8 on Northern Illinois once again in the box as well. Showing some frustration, doesn't like that call. Looks like coach might have got booted. And coach is going off to the sideline. He will not be back today. Still conversing with refs, trying to figure out what's going on. Fans not happy. Northern's going to have another player serve in the box. Still conversing. Central's got 4 and a goalie. Northern Illinois, 4 and a goalie. Play coming. Connor Morgan to Berta. Berta back to Morgan. Morgan takes, looks, long shot. Still fighting. Connor Morgan takes, puck comes down, surveys, buys time. Incoming man is Hutton. Hutton looking to be the kick out. Kick out it does, quite literally off the skate. Back to Berta. Takes, dishes. Hutton with speed, coming down, around, looking to shoot into the defender. Puck comes down off the boards. Hutton getting the stick of Northern Illinois, setting behind. Down comes Hop. Hop dishes back to Hutton. Hutton takes. Comes back around. Dish back to Johnson. Johnson kicking over Clements. Over the middle. Johnson didn't know where it was going. Playing defense now. 30 seconds of man down on both. Woolery, Abel, Smothers. Clements sticking up for his goalie. Northern Illinois, couple extra shots after the whistle had already been blown. 26 seconds in this double penalty. Just under 13 minutes left in this game. Central Michigan up 4-3. Things have been chippy as of late. Northern Illinois had one of their coaches kicked off the side. Levine gets stick in there. Miller playing back. Johnson, speed, coming. Levine's outlet man kicks. Johnson, middle. Oh, had a shot, didn't go. Levine fighting in the middle. Miller with a slap shot, covered by the goalie. It looked like it for a second there, but it bounced out. Refs are not going to call a goal. They're going to let the game play on. Here comes a new wave. 5-on-5 penalty is over. Siraki wins the faceoff, kicks to Clements. Clements long shot. Puck goes bounced out off the boards to the middle. Clements playing defense again. Hutton also cutting off the passing lanes. Off the pad of Woolery. Siraki takes, looks, has a man. One-on-one. Kuhn takes over. Had a shot there. Looked like for a second. Clements. Puck off. In. Middle. Play the man, play the puck. Here we go. Stick in the way of the pass. Down to the goalie. Goalie kicks forward. Looking for Kuhn. Intercepted. Round the board. Siraki. Siraki and Clements on the sides. Here comes Knight. Knight with some speed kicks forward. Allows for Kuhn to get out. Brings in some fresh legs. Back on defense. Off the boards. Down. That's going to be icing. 11 minutes to play in this game. Here we go. Foster going to be your face-off man. Win. Spun around. Puck's behind the goal. Down. Off the board. Can't control. Miller. Flicks backwards. Northern Illinois has it. Comes in hot. Long shot. Martininski's going to the box by the looks of it. Don't quite know what that call is. Connor Morgan ate it, couldn't quite find it. Long pass over, cutting off the passing lanes. Long off the skate into the net. Down, out of the rink. We're going to get a new puck in play. Minute 37 on this power play for Northern Illinois. Face-off's going to be on the far side from us. Central looking to kill. Shot goes wide. Clements takes, passes down the boards. Puck goes middle. Back down, hop in pursuit. Morgan in the midline. Hutton, Clements staying on defense. Here they come, coming in hot. Looks for the dump back, doesn't quite get it. Hop gets in there. Here comes Hutton, fighting for that puck. Puck's on the boards. Kick back, can't control. Round the middle. Tries for the back pass. Number 12, looking. Passes over. 38 pass to the middle. Tried. Didn't quite get it. They're going to call for a stoppage. Goal moved as Woolery was trying to move around. Puck drop, kicked out. Man to the wall. Clements takes, passes forward, way down to the goal. Their goalie takes a second to smother it. Morgan was coming in hot to try to get it in there. Berta, Saraki, Miller, Kuhn, your 4 Chippewas in for the last 30 seconds of this power play. Puck comes back. Miller takes, looks around, flicks over. Berta, down, far. Saraki is in play, waving off the icing. Here comes puck down. Kuhn and Zaraki were closing in. Puck gets dumped back over. Didn't control it in time. 2-1. Puck goes down. We are even. 5-on-5 action now for both teams. Coming in. Shot, stopped, covered. Taylor Woolery. Eight minutes. Levine with the face-off. Takes, wins. Brendan Morgan. Pass. Johnson. Long shot. Into the chest. Comes back around. Tries to get it over. Just going to kick it down. Here comes Brendan Morgan. Comes, steals, gets in the way. Northern Illinois. Long shot. Tries to pass over. Great back stick. Johnson gets it poked out. Hutton playing defense. Puck's on the wall. Ref calls stoppage. 67 from Northern Illinois heading to the box. He looks upset. At this point in the game, that is not something that Northern Illinois can afford to be man down. Power play incoming for your Chippewas. Already up 1. Woolery dumps it behind. Hutton comes, grabs it. Up. Over. Tipped. Connor Morgan. Taking. Looking. Shooting. Gets blocked. Puck goes off to the wall. Down. Woolery takes. Leaves behind net. And here comes Morgan. Down. Dishes to Bishop. Bishop. Back to Connor Morgan. Back to Bishop. Tried to go off the boards to Hutton. Gets intercepted. Hutton having to play 2. Woolery able to smother. Covered it up. Great job eating that in the one-on-one situation. 1:08 left in the power play. So Rocky, your face-off man for the Chippewas, wins it. Berta kicks round to Johnson. Johnson back to Berta. Johnson and Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan, the dump man. Down Levine. Also in play. Kicks it to Johnson. Around Siraki. To Berta. Berta. Brendan Morgan controls. Takes. Tries to pass back over the middle. Gets caught. Taken away. Woolery out of goal. Leaves it for Berta. Running the same way. Johnson coming down the other side this time. To the middle. Just got it poked out. Aggression coming, looking. Brennan Morgan. Over to Levine. Chance. Just goes wide. We're even again. Jace Johnson coming round back. Passes to Berta. Berta takes back to Johnson. Johnson long. Up. They're going to blow the whistle. That had a chance to go in. Zaraki pleading his case. Five on five. Knight takes, looks to shoot early. Doesn't quite get there. Pass across. Knight to Cuthbertson. Back to Knight. Knight can't control. Foster gets caught in the leg pads of Northern Illinois' goalie. Under 5 left in the game. Once again, your face-off is going to be number 29 for Central Michigan. Cuthbertson to Foster. Look to try to put it in. Knight passing off the skate of Foster. Foster gets in, passes back to Clements. Clements looking forward. Martinsky tries to get in there. Scuffle for the puck. Foster gets it. Down the ice he goes. Has Dishman. Opts for the shot. Gets bounced off. Some fans expressing their distaste for these refs' calls in this final period. But once again, Central Michigan is trotting out 5. And Northern Illinois comes out with only 4. Refs just tossed out a fan, looks like a Northern Illinois scratch player. Number 16 on Northern Illinois also in the box. Five on 3. Johnson to Berta. Berta shot. Brendan Morgan had a chance to put it back in. Couldn't quite control it. Levine takes, passes to Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan taking up to Johnson. Johnson passing over to Berta. Berta looking to shoot again. Tried to use Saraki as a screen. Puck comes back to Johnson. Johnson to Berta once again. Passes over to Brendan Morgan. Brendan Morgan loses his footing. And a sad turn of events. Johnson takes. In comes Connor Morgan. Both the Morgan brothers in. Johnson coming down, looking, looping around. Brennan Morgan getting out the way. Connor Morgan taking. Looking, shooting. Great stick work by Northern Illinois, getting in there, blocking. But Central has the manpower. Broke hit stick. For a second, it's 2 on 5. Back to 3-on-5. Need to get in there. Siraki takes. Passes. Johnson. Johnson shoots. Goal! That's straight on. Siraki to Johnson. Loops around the back of the net. It's going to be 5-3. 3 minutes and 3 seconds left in this game. 42 seconds of power play. It's going to be 5-on-4. Northern Illinois wins this face-off, but in comes Kuhn, speeding in. Bishop fighting on the ground, flicks over Hutton. Surveys, passes off the boards to Kuhn. Kuhn gets hit. Down goes Hutton. Connor Morgan takes, passes back. 20 seconds of power play left. Up. To the man out the bench. Surveying, passes round. Up to Connor Morgan. Connor Morgan up to Hutton. Hutton. Over. And we're back to even. Connor Morgan stops with his shoe. Down, around. Still going. Morgan flicks up into the rafters. Connor Morgan caused a stop in play. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left. Your Chippewas up by 2. Foster going to be your face-off man. Miller and Berta, your defensemen. Getting in there. Berta to Miller. Miller to shoot. Try to use the screen. Instead hits his teammate in the stomach. Foster going to face off again. Takes. Round behind the boards. Back. Fighting. Dumps back off. Puck to the middle. Berta up. Northern Illinois gets it. Long. Got knocked down. Long again. Into the stomach of Miller. Maybe a little bit lower. Hutton off the bench. Gets the puck. Up. Round. Goalie out of the goal. Stops it. In comes your Chippewas. Takes, passes. Little bit outside for Hutton. Hutton up. Gets stolen. Is looking for Levine. Swatted down. Ref gets in the way of Hutton. Doesn't matter. Still gets it off. Ref's going to call stoppage once again. Goal moved. We have 1:18 left in this game. But this team is not giving up. Northern Illinois. Shot caught. Woolery. Levine, face off. Win. Round the boards. Brennan Morgan gets down. Jace Johnson has a chance. Puck gets kicked into his stomach. Brennan Morgan flicks into the stomach of the goalie. Goalie flips the puck at Brennan Morgan. Extra drawing. We have 1 minute and 2 seconds left in this game. Face-off is coming in neutral territory. Rest. Conversing. Levine. Face-off. Win. Morgan. Flicks. Round the boards. Stopped by the goalie. Taken. Waiting. Johnson. Brendan Morgan flicks back to Johnson. Johnson has an option. Levine was his screen. Puck to the middle of the ice. Here we go. 30 seconds left in the game. Not giving up pucks in the air. Batted down. Levine going, fighting, getting in. Brendan Morgan. Johnson passes up round the boards. 10 seconds left in the game. They're just going to wait it out. No, they're not. They're going to try something. Long and down. And that is your game, ladies and gentlemen. A 5-3 victory for the Central Michigan Chippewas over Northern Illinois. We will be back tomorrow for senior night. In the afternoon, we're going to have an event for the seniors before the game starts, so make sure you turn in early. Northern Illinois not going to shake hands besides a few players. Central shaking hands with those that came to stay and the refs. Game tomorrow. 11:30 puck drop. Be here early to honor our seniors and what they have given to this program. Chippewas acknowledge the fans, thank them. And here we are, your victorious Chippewas leaving, heading to the locker room. 5-3 victory. 3 in a row. Can they make it 4? We'll find out tomorrow. Tune in and see you then.